Hey guys, what's going on? MaxFTE here, and today I'm back with another Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be looking at some more Halloween Cup battles in the Great League, of course. We are going to be featuring a team of Shadow, Golurk, Greninja, and Chargebug. This is a very solid team. It's actually quite impressive how many teams are actually weak to ground-type damage. Pretty big core breaker in Golurk. Obviously there's things you get walled by, such as the Mandibuzz, that sort of thing, but you give what you get. Pretty much. No, you get what you give. That's what the saying is, isn't it? Did you also know that only 6.3% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed? So if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like, leave a subscribe, helps on the road to 7k, and helps on the road to 10% subscribed. So yeah, let's jump into the video. So first battle here against Gartis 3, we've got a Golurk on the lead versus Toxicroak. This is pretty much the best one of the best leads that we can get. They swap into their Chargebug, and that sort of tells me that their entire team is pretty weak to Golurk. It's funny because there's a lot of I feel like I say this every video almost, but there's a lot of things that it's so good against in this meta. So your ground type damage, you're going to do really well against the poison types like your Toxicroaks, your Toxpexes, those sort of things. You're also going to be really good against your Chargebug. You're going to be obviously taking a lot of damage from Greninja, but you're also going to be putting out a lot of damage with that Shadow Mudslaps. The only thing you're pretty much walled by is Mandibuzz as well as Golbat. You can't really do much to that, which is why we have Chargebug on the safe swap. That is, I mean, like I say, it sort of depends on what the lead is. You do sort of learn to read the teams a little bit, and when it's like the sort of smaller metas. But generally Chargebug as the safe swap. And I can't. Oh yeah, I should also mention as well. I can't actually remember where I found this team. I didn't come up with it myself. I'll put my hands up there and say that. I think it might have been. It was either Tactical, I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry if that's totally butchered. Or Yonkis. One of the two anyway. Either that or on Twitter, I can't actually remember. But yeah, we've got our Golurk against the Greninja. They make an amazing catch into their Toxicroak. That was their win con, and they managed it. So yeah, had I managed to farm down the Toxicroak, I would have had a move on the Golurk, and that, even though it was a Shadow Punch, it still would have taken out the Greninja. So unfortunate, but you win some, you lose some. Another Toxicroak lead, and they swap into their Mandibuzz. Now this is where you want to come in with Chargebug. Even though you're a bug type, you're also electric type, so you're only taking neutral from the flying type damage. And I don't actually know, but I think maybe Dark Pulse would probably be better to go for in this situation if you're the Mandibuzz. I can't actually remember if it's Dark Pulse or Foul Play. Foul Play, I think, is the one you would want to go for. But I'm not actually 100% sure. That's just a guess at first glance. I don't really run Mandibuzz. I've never actually played Mandibuzz, funnily enough. But yeah, going for the discharge here. This is going to take them out if they let it go through, which they do. They come in with a Drapion here, which is really nice for us. That's a Toxicroak as well as a Drapion, so Shadow Golurk is going to have a great time. At this point, I pretty much just want to shield up. Sorry, not shield up, let everything go through, just get as much damage off with the Chargebug as I can. Here I'm going to want to come in with the Greninja just because the counters, well sorry, I didn't actually get to see whether or not the Toxicroak had a Mudshot or counter, but I don't really want to stick around to find out, because obviously we're going to be taking a heck of a lot of damage from the counters onto Greninja because of that dark typing. They go for the Aqua Tail though, and that takes us out there, and we save our shield for the Golurk. They come in with the Toxicroak here, and just look at how much damage we are doing with one Mudslap. It's crazy stuff. But doing so much damage, you're obviously going to take so much damage, and that is where Golurk is. It's very situational. There's a lot of poison types, so that's why it works well in this meta. Not as many poison types in Open Great League, so that's where you're going to sort of struggle. This battle against Cornelius T, I'm sure I can't actually remember if I still have them on my friends list. I'm sure this person has been on my friends list at some point before, but playing against them here, that's neat enough. They take out the Dragalge here. They don't swap in anything, so that sort of tells me, again, they're really weak to GOLURK. They come in with a Drapion, which is just funny to think. I was very tempted to shield up here and just farm all the way down, but I needed to resist, otherwise my Greninja would have been left pretty weak. So yeah, I come in with the Greninja, they come in with the Toxicroak, and yeah, it was a counter. It was a counter Toxicroak, so that's better for us. That point as well, I came in with the Greninja because my sort of thought, I sort of anticipated a there couldn't have been a flyer in the back, otherwise the flyer would have came in against the GOLURK, so there must have been like, I just sort of guessed Toxicroak, so that's why I came in with the Greninja there. Sorry, totally stumbling over my words there again. Greninja here going for the Hydro Cannon, that's going to take them out, dealing nice damage. GOLURK in here against the Nidoqueen, another great lead here. We're just going to stay in. Weak connection, love to see it. And counting up here, and I think they did actually reach enough for the Earth Power, so we're going to shield that up. They come in with the Greninja, so we're going to come in with a Charge Bug here. They're going to get to a Night Slash, which thankfully they don't get the boost, and we're going to go for an X Scissor. At this point, if this goes through, this is going to take them out, and yeah, so that takes them out. They come back in with a Nidoqueen, and I go straight for the X Scissor just because I'd rather get rid of it than get myself debuffed. And they come in with a Whimsicott here, and at this point I was a little worried because obviously Greninja pretty much can't do anything to the the Whimsicott, that's what it's called. Obviously being the fairy and grass, and versus a dark and water, you're literally hard-walled. I come in there with the GOLURK, and unfortunately they do actually lag out here, which is a bit of a shame. I will fast forward this just a second. Bit unfortunate that they lagged out, but I do actually have that previous opponent on my friends list, did give them a message, and they were cool about it. Mandibuzz lead, not so good for us. I'm going to head straight into the Charge Bug safe swap, and again, I think it's quite a deceiving matchup. You might think that because it's the flying type of the Mandibuzz, and the bug type of the Charge Bug, a lot of them think that it's quite a good matchup and they'll stay in for a wee bit, but it's not so good for Mandibuzz, which, yeah, good for us. They do come in with an Azumarill, which immediately tells me they are extremely weak to Charge Bug, so I'm going to shield up here and try and put a bit more pressure on. Hope to get another shield. I go for the X Scissor here, hoping to get the shield. Hopefully I do, otherwise it's not going to be so good. They do shield up, and because maybe I shouldn't have done this, but because they were so weak to the Charge Bug, I do shield. I burn both shields. They come in with the Mandibuzz here, and I did try to catch a move. Unfortunately, that's going to go through, and I've sort of got to come in with the Greninja here. I should have just gone straight for the Hydro Cannon, but I got a bit greedy with the energy farming. Yeah, go for a Night Slash here. This is going to take them out at this range. And again, pretty big misplays here. Should have just, I was just worried in case they had a move. I think had I just farmed a Azumarill down, it might have gone a bit better, but coming in with the Toxpex here, they do actually leave the game. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, let me know, leave a comment, leave a like, leave all that good stuff, make sure to subscribe. Any team suggestions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya, peace.